Pokemon X and Y, what I see as the rebirth of Pokemon. At the time in 2013, I was always interested in Pokemon, but I got more interested when I heard that Pokemon X and Y were coming out later on that year. During that summer, I got super invested into competitive battling, so I started learning how to battle with Pokemon Black and White too. When Pokemon X and Y hit, my battling abilities I felt were actually pretty good. I used to go down to Pimp Nights and Lady Crimson stream every Saturday morning to participate in NU battles, and I even entered Pimp's NU tournament. In doing all of these battles, I also found my way over to Let's Play channels such as Hildem Scrafty, Hardy Tech Yo-Yo, and Luroy. I watched their content almost religiously, and I got inspired to start my own channel back in early 2014. I had a very rocky start, but I had the motivation to be just like the creators I respected the most. Though I may not do very many Let's Plays on YouTube nowadays, I still do them on Twitch. Follow me on there. You're probably saying, okay Mystic, we get it, you're a PokeTuber. What does this have to do with your X and Y team? Well, it was because I started my PokeTuber career during the X and Y era, and this team reminds me heavily of the start of my content creation journey. X and Y resemble my rebirth of Pokemon and the job I love the most. Let me introduce you to the team I hold near and dear to me. More importantly, this is the team that gave me the inspiration and passion to create content in the first place. So I think my starter for X and Y is kind of obvious, if you've seen some of my past videos. My favorite Kalos starter is actually Greninja. Well, it didn't used to be. You see, I was actually originally going to pick Fennekin as my starter. I saw it in screen because I absolutely loved foxes. But when I saw it evolve into Delphox, and I thought, yeah, no, that ain't it, Chief. So I wound up choosing Froakie instead. I always liked Froakie. It was cute, and I really liked amphibian Pokemon like Politoed. The moment I saw it shiny was the moment I knew I wanted it more too. In fact, I actually have one in my Pokemon X copy. At the time, I was also super into Naruto, and I really liked Jiraiya the Toad Sage. Though we didn't necessarily summon frogs, I still thought of Greninja as Jiraiya in some way. I remember thinking Water Shuriken was going to be super cool. Then I realized it was actually pretty bad. Well, for my starter Greninja, maybe not for a competitive one. To me, I think Greninja is one of the best water starter Pokemon. It's got so much great versatility, and protein is also very good. In my previous videos talking about my in-game teams, I always said I chose the early bird Pokemon. Well, I did that too in Pokemon X and Y. I did the scummy thing and chose Talonflame. Talonflame in Generation 6 with Gale Wings was a force to reckon with, and I mean seriously. Gale Wings had priority flying type attacks, so this thing destroyed in battle. And now with this full HP priority stuff, I mean all the time you could use Gale Wings. In summer 2013, when the Gen 6 meta came up on Pokemon Showdown, I would use Talonflame a lot. I would run Swords Dance and just let it shred. At the time though, I didn't realize Gale Wings was its hidden ability, so I kept running around the grass for one. But all I did was find Big Peck's Fletchling. Talonflame did its job decently well, even with it having the flame body as its ability. I could fly in places too, and to me it was the best flying Pokemon you could use in Kalos. You could argue Staraptor is, I guess, but I like the flame bird that wasn't Moltres. When I found out you could choose a Kanto starter, it blew my mind. I knew I needed to choose Bulbasaur because at the time I liked Bulbasaur more than I did Chikorita, fun fact. Bulbasaur is pretty cute, but definitely not as cute as Chikorita. Although I do think Venusaur is better than Meganium in terms of design, and obviously competitive reasons. I truly liked what Game Freak did with Venusaur's Mega, though it got bigger and it got an excellent ability being thick fat. Like Talonflame, me using Mega Venusaur in Pokemon Showdown also led me to choose it as the Mega I wanted on my team. I chose Bulbasaur as my first starter back in Pokemon Red. You know I wanted to have it back on my team if it's my original starter. Venusaur is the best Kanto starter competitively, and to use in an in-game playthrough, in my eyes anyways. I can argue it's the best grass starter too. It's such a powerful yet cute Pokemon. Who doesn't like Venusaur, honestly? I just get so much nostalgia looking at it. Ash's Bulbasaur in the anime also has a lot to do with why I love the Bulbasaur line so much. But Chikorita, it stole my heart. It's just too adorable, but Mega Venusaur and Bulbasaur are probably nearly almost as cute, but a little bit more powerful. So this Pokemon kinda just stumbled upon my team and was not really planned. Not to mention this Pokemon has also appeared several times on my previous teams. You guys must be sick of seeing Lucario already. But I mean, Corina just kinda gives it to you and it happened to be free, so I figured why not? Lucario did very well on my team and it carried me through a lot of battles, especially with its Mega. You just see Mega Lucario and you immediately think, God, what a legendary looking Pokemon. It just has this stance that gives you the impression that this is one of the greatest designed Mega Evolutions of all time. I'm not gonna lie neither. Seeing Corina's Mega Lucario really gave me the inspiration to go capture a Lucario for myself. At the time I had no idea where to capture it and boom, it was just given to me for free. Even though Lucario has been a long time running member on my Pokemon teams, I'm glad I got to use it again even though it was unexpected. I found an Eevee in the grass on Route 110, a little past Lost City, and the first evolution that came to my mind was Umbreon. I'm kidding this time. I actually wound up using Espeon on my team this time around. I'd used Umbreon so many times in the past that I wanted to change things up a bit. At the time, I didn't want to use Sylveon because I thought of it as the annoying pixie Pokemon. Now, however, I actually adore Sylveon, like a lot. But I wound up using Espeon this time around because I thought a second Pokemon would be super cool. I hadn't used an Espeon in a long time, so I figured it was a fun time. Espeon is always a fun Pokemon to use in a playthrough. It's fast and a hard-hitting Pokemon with a great stab psychic attack. I also threw Shadow Ball on it and it wound up helping me defeat Olympia relatively easily. Espeon may not be my favorite or second favorite evolution, but using it is always a pleasure and is always super fun. The final Pokemon on the team I got was Aegislash. Another case of me wanting to use a Pokemon on my team that I saw in competitive made me want this Sword, Shield, Ghost on my team. I remember just spamming King Shield in competitive on Pokemon Showdown and having my opponents rage up a storm. I like the aspect of a ghost possessing a blade. The whole concept of it is just completely awesome. I saw it and I knew it needed to be on my team. That's pretty much the only real reason I picked it up. Well, that was my Kalos team. My X and Y journey was definitely iconic to say the least. I met a lot of really cool friends along the way, and Pokemon helped me get my social life back on track too. All these Pokemon helped me start my PokeTuber journey, and of course all of you did as well. Thanks for everyone who enjoys my content, it means a lot to me. Pokemon truly is an amazing thing and gift. Let me know your Kalos team in the comments below as well. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content and Nintendo content like Nuzlocke, Showdown Battle, Shiny Hunting, and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly Jubilee, Daniel Leone, Lady Crimson, Pal491, The Lazy Leo, Matthew Young, Awesome Lego, and Jarrett Weez Austin did, and I want to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.